Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. Welcome to Isyour6covered. Today we're going to be doing something pretty awesome, and we'll get started here in a few minutes, and we'll wait for some people to show up, get some interaction with you guys out there in the live world of YouTube. So, got some pretty exciting news, and I want to share it with you guys. A good friend of ours, Mel. Well, we'll get into it in a minute. We'll get started here shortly. Let me make sure everything's off. And then we'll switch cameras and we'll start talking about the new holster that I'm trying out. Evan, man, you are the man. You are the quickest ninja. The Scotsman. Hey, Scotty, if you want a link, tell me. I'll send you one. It's basically we're talking about Mel's holster, and we got to keep it clean so you can use it for a thing. Pop's Quest, if you want to also get a link, tell me. And but we're going to talk about Mel's holster. So if you guys have seen one, have used one, have one, I'm going to give old Mel some time here. So it should be nice. If you want a link, just put it in there, and I'll get started here shortly. If you guys didn't know, we have a winner of the Gold Skier giveaway. So congratulations, Daniel, on that. So he's the proud new owner of some what I still think is the best camouflage around. Oh, you're walking around the soccer field. Okay, I've seen videos of you doing that. All right, so see if Scotsman wants a link. Yep, there's Daniel right there. Live for Wilds out there. What's up? All right. So let me read a letter. Basically, in a box from UPS. I'm going to switch cameras here in a minute, and I'm going to show you a different angle, and we'll talk about the holster. But basically, I had a holster that arrived in a box. Inside some packaging was this, and a brand new holstered review. And he said this. He sent a letter out, and I really appreciate it. You got to give the small company that's just starting out you got to help them out, right? Made in America, do what we can for those that we know and help out. So basically it says, hi Rick, hope all is well. Here's your CZ-SP01 Uniholster. So remember that as we're talking about, this is called the Uniholster, and I'll get into reasons why. I would love to know if this does fit or does not fit the tactical version. So I do have I have the 75 tactical version. It's the SP101, but it's in the tactical version. So I actually had a few inquiries on that model. Yours is also the first holster that is dyed all black. So I need to know if the dye stays put or comes off on your clothes, and I don't think it will. I have treated and sealed the leather through the tanning process. I really hope you give an honest review in a few weeks, and I will take the good, bad, and the ugly. Remember, I've only been sewing for a few weeks now. Every day I get a little better, and I can't wait to see you guys in a few weeks. So, with that said, I will give you an honest review. Now, I haven't had much hip time on it. For the fact is, you sent it out to me. I had a chance to check it out, wear it for maybe a day, and then I was off to work. So working in California, you know, I couldn't wear it there. So, but let's get into this thing. I'll switch cameras here and see if we can get a better angle other than looking at my ugly mug here. So give me 1 second. All right, so I'm going to point this down, and you guys are going to complain because the lighting's to this or to that, but too bad. I like it lit. I like to see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm trying to scroll up, which means I need to lower the camera down. So before I get started, we got Live for Wild, Crazy Scotsman, Pop's Quest. Let's see what we got. Any luck yet? Dude, been deer hunting, blah, blah, blah. I know we got Daniel, got as my judge. Stan Ulch, of course, Evansfield was the first one here. So thanks again for showing up. All right, so if you guys have any questions on this, but we'll get started. So basically, the reason why I wanted a holster for this 75 Tactical was because I wanted a winter gun. So this would normally be something that's starting to get cold. This morning it was 34 degrees. So basically it's nice and high. I'm going to kind of go over the reasons why I like it so far. It's high, it's not low, so you can't really see it. But the reason why I like it, and I have it in the basically I don't give a shit if it prints position, and I have it straight at 3 o'clock. Some guns I run more back here, like this, to kind of conceal it. But for today, and the ease of you guys being able to see it, I'm going to run it straight up like I would my race gun. So one thing I see right off the get-go that I do like is the cant. But with that said, there's one thing I don't like, and you see where that leather is? Here's what happened, and I will take it off to show you. And it's nothing against the holster. I think when I put it in, I originally grabbed the corner of that stitching. Basically the stitching, let me cover that up so you don't see my last name. So check that out. I got Isyour6covered logo on there, which is just badass. And the stitching is right here, right? So there's about 1/4 of an inch before the stitching goes to it. And I don't know how the leather process works exactly, but I did catch. Now I can push it right back, and then it seals back up again. But when it's on my hip, and if I throw it in here a little different, what hits it is the slide release or the slide lock. So this gun's obviously unloaded, and even if it wasn't, you're not going to get shot because I'm on a freaking camera somewhere in a whole different part of the world than you are. But see, as it goes, it grabs that and goes like that. So Mel, I don't know if that's something I can glue, or if I should even mess with it, or maybe you have some magic tricks. But that was one of the things. The second thing, and the only other thing that I kind of was wondering when you built the holster was, and I can't read your guys' comment. Oh, hold on. I'll shrink this down a little bit, then I can read probably. Okay, so what I noticed was, I think the 75, and I'm not a big CZ guy. I don't know a lot about the different models, but the SP01 may be a little bit thicker than the CZ75 SP01 Tactical. So maybe you guys out there know. You tell me if the Tactical is a little thinner than the other one. But basically, one of you guys is trying to text me, it looks like. As this slid down, it caught the leather, so I kind of screwed that up right there. But I'm thinking I can run like a glue or something behind it, or a whip stitch, Daniel says. Oh, there he is, Mel. Hey Mel, you want a link? I would love for you to have a link, buddy. So with the 75 SP01 Tactical version, there was very minimal retention, but when put on barge cement. Oh, okay. So use barge cement. So, but when this was on your hip, being that it's I need to put some tape over this shit, or I'm going to show my last name. And you guys aren't going to want to know my last name. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Black tape. Perfect. All right. So let me cover this up. All right. Mel, I'm so glad you're out there. I want to tell you that this is one badass holster. I got to say. I mean, the logo is cool. The logo, even without the logo, this thing is bitchin' leather. I mean, it is like thick, nice, tough saddle leather. And however you have the ability to run your magic sewing machine. I know when we did 3-gun, you were kind of talking about your machine gun. But the stitching looks beautiful. It's perfectly straight all the way around here. Some people were complaining about this cut here, but this thing fits perfect. It doesn't have a round radius. It has a little bit of a like a 45-degree cut to it, but I don't mind that at all. The stitching looks really bitchin'. The texture of the leather is really cool looking. I like the green. It's kind of a brown. It's kind of a more brown than green, but it's real cool looking, tactical colors. So with that said, look at that. So back to the retention. So the retention, I thought it could be a little bit more retentive, if that's even a word. But when it is on your holster, or when it is on your waist and you have your belt on, it has perfect retention. For drawing, you can see where Mel has opened this up, so all the controls and stuff aren't dragging across the plastic Kydex. Comfort-wise, I definitely give it a huge, like a 5-star or whatever kind of star system you want to use, or whatever the case is. So that is definitely true. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll go behind the camera real quick, tuck this in. I'm sure you guys don't want to see my fatness. Even though I am a sexy son of a bitch. Well, not really. But so I'll put this on the other way. So before I put it on, you're gonna see that you got kind of some options here, which I always like options. Or something that sticks. All right, so you have a belt that would be right about at that angle right there. So if that was flat, basically the top of the belt. So that would be the cant you're looking at. So if I hold the camera or the holster flat at a 90 degrees, that's the kind of cant you're looking, which is nice. What I like about this, though, if you want to run it inside the waistband, it'll hide a lot more firearm than if it was right here. You'd have this much. But the way he's set up his buckles, the way he's given himself room here to actually be able to put the inserts in for the buttons and the screws, gotta say that's a great option and done well. Mel, you thought a lot about this holster as you've built it. I'm sure you had a few practice ones, of learning the angles and the cants that you wanted. But I'll go back here. You guys can look at a badass reloader right there. Look at that beauty. So you got that to look at. All right, so now I'm back. Mel, I hope this is a good review for you. I'm going to pretend that normally I would say always, basically. I carry concealed. Even in the winter, I would usually have it in the waistband holster. I usually run a smaller firearm. But this thing's at the perfect height. It hides very well. Remember, I would have this shirt on the other side, but you don't want to look at my white belly. Hopefully you don't. But it's got a good buckle. Nice draw. When I draw it, I'm trying to see, I caught that little edge again. But I'm going to give this definitely a lot of time during the winter. I'm going to carry this because I have the ability to throw a big jacket over it or whatever the case is. Now I'm not really worried about, and especially being in North Carolina now, I don't have to worry about, brandishing or so back to the holster. Definitely is a nice draw. the angle's good. I'm having a little trouble putting it in, but it's just because I'm not used to this holster. Let me put it back here where I normally carry it. And I try to make it so my body's not much wider than it normally already is. And then I don't want it too far back, so when I bend over, you know, I have that big old thing sticking out. Basically the end of the mag. So that's, how is it for sitting with? Well, hell, let's try it out. So if I'm sitting at the old restaurant, let's see, we got a little bit of, so I'd have a little bit of printing there. So let's try it here at 3 o'clock. And remember, I'd be wearing a jacket. So this isn't as comfortable as it was at the 4 o'clock. And the reason I would say is because with this, there is a lot more leather. So you have a lot more options with it. But in the wintertime, I'd probably even wear it out of the waistband just for the fact that I'm going to have, you know, like a large jacket on. This is what I'd normally be wearing. Let's see if I... So normally any other day in the summertime, I'd be wearing this. And actually, that doesn't print bad at all. I'm either in shorts and a t-shirt, so basically the same length as this, but you know, the t-shirt, I can see it a little bit in the camera. In the state that I live in, it really doesn't matter. But I do have the +2. I do have the +2 base plate on it. Let me see if I got a. No, these are basically the same. This is the ones that came with it and still got. These are 18s. These are 17s +2. So let's see if one's fatter than the other. They basically look. Actually, this one's a hair smaller. The stock one that came with it. So let's try it. There's a leather again. Mel said to use a little bit of glue. Love handle, push that on it and give you. Yeah, I know. I got some love handle action, but you know what? Wintertime, baby. Got to stay warm. So there's a little bit when I have it like that. You can kind of see it right here. You know, if I was sitting in a restaurant like this, you'd probably see it. But on the other hand, of course, if I was in a restaurant, I'd probably try to want to take my jacket off if I could, but then I'd be like this. It's a lot of shit going on. So, see that slide release keeps catching right there. So let's try that again. Let's see if I don't get shot this time, because that was some seriously slow action. I'm sitting there. I ordered a sweet tea at the restaurant. Hold on, let's get a sweet tea. All right, we got a sweet tea. Bad guy comes in, some crazy type of something. It caught right there. So that's something to think about. I think I see myself wearing this out of the waistband. It's definitely a bigger gun. I know skinny ass TR, he likes to carry big guns. I usually carry what you guys would know is it's a Glock 43, so it's that style. It's quite a bit smaller than this, but man, 19 rounds, really? 9mm? Freaking awesome. So, especially, let's just say November 4th. If anybody knows what that date is. But yeah, so it shows the prints a little bit. That's obviously not Mel's deal. That was my pick of my firearm that I wanted a holster for. But this thing is bitching. There's a lot of leather here. And Mel has a better holster if you're just going to conceal inside the waistband. It's minimal. It's more minimal with leather here. It's got one clip as well. No belt loops. And he's actually doing a giveaway right now for his 50 subscribers, which he's already at. It's Mel, for hell's sakes. Once I figure out who Mel is, boom, subscriber. And the minimal, it's a minimal holster, just a clip. Get rid of the metal. Get this thing too high. I can't see. So that's basically it. So something to think about. Maybe this will be a VR for Mel, so I can enter into his drawing. Let's see what he says. Yes, it's Smith & Wesson 442 and 642. I must have missed the question. But I got to say, this holster here, right, that's designed for the SP01, when on the belt, up against, out of the waistband, has a perfect retention. When it's not in the holster, it's very loose. Okay? I could heat it up. I have heat guns and all that stuff. I can mess with it a little bit. But the reason why I don't is because when it's on, it works perfect. So, other than that, what kind of questions do we have? You guys are lucky enough right now, the ones that are watching live, the owner of this company, Rite2Bear Customs, is on the chat if you have any questions. Now, the price for one of these is more than you would pay for like a normal crappy Kydex holster. But you're not getting the crappy Kydex holster. You're getting a well-made, badass, even got the logo on it. And the quality, I tell you what, it's so nice to have leather up against your body compared to Kydex. It's just something about leather. I used to use the DeSantis summer comfort holsters a lot with my car P3, car P380 and another pistol. I can't remember what it was. But with that said, it is nice to have a leather. Oh, it was a shield. That's what it was. So other than that, if you guys have any questions, ask them. Price on this, is the slider release bigger on the tactical version? That would be a good question for Rob because he's got every model available. Here's what it looks like. I would assume it's standard. I think it's just when so you can see right there, Mel, it just grabs it as let me fix it so it has a better likelihood I'll miss it. But when I come in, I'm going up against my body and even doing it like that, see, it grabs it. So I will put that glue on there. I'll try that out. Actually, for 4 years ago, I'll use a piece of black duct tape for now so I don't make it worse. Which I don't think it can because you got the stitching right there that's perfect. But I'll do this for now. I'll use a 100-mile-an-hour tape. Hopefully you give that an okay. Give that a blessing, at least for now. But man, the quality in this leather is bitchin'. Look at the stitching in this thing. If you guys are familiar with how hard and difficult it is to do stitching, look at the quality of that. All the way around, perfect radius, all the way down. Here's where they meet up, nice and double stitched. You can see that it's just done right. The dye looks good. I don't see anything on my body. You know, I'm not worried about it coming off. More than likely, I'm gonna carry this out of the waistband. This is gonna be my big dog. So we got a question out there. Oh, good night, guys. Yes, I'm trying to win the other holster because they're freaking awesome. So again, the logo there, you can see how thick the stitching is, or not the stitching, the leather. And I don't know if that's 2 pieces, obviously, because the top up here. But man, the edges are perfectly smooth. He did a great job great job of fixing all this. And don't get all scared if the barrel's pointed at you. There's no bullets in it. It's safe. Doesn't even have a mag in it. But yeah, stitching is really nice. I gotta say, Mel, you did an excellent job on this. So any questions? Why don't you send it back to me and I'll add some stitches to. Can I send it back in the summer so I can try it out? No, I can do that. We'll figure it out. But again, if you haven't had a chance, go subscribe to Mel and his channel. Right, I got it right on the list there. I got the link below. Rite2bearcustoms, though. That is the name of it. Mel, what does this run? 150 bucks? 100 and something bucks? But you got top grade leather. You got bitch and kydex. You got nice buckle, 1.5 inches, I believe. Yeah, 1.5 inches buckle for your belt. Well done. Yeah, he put my name on it right here where the tape is. Obviously, I gotta hide my last name from some of you hoodlums. Not so much you guys. Okay, so 150 bucks. But here's the difference. I have 500 and something odd dollars easy in a bucket over there with a bunch of shitty ass holsters I thought would be okay for a cheap price when I should have just spent good money the first time. If you're gonna buy a nice gun like this, don't put it in some shitty ass holster. Put it in a holster that it would be proud to be in, like this one. So other than that, I don't have much more to say than it's badass. It's definitely a thumbs up. I'm kind of excited that it's wintertime. I can't even believe I said that. I'm excited it's cold enough that I can wear that outside the waistband and, you know, wear a jacket or whatever and keep it nice and concealed. So Mel, thank you again very much. I gotta say, kudos. And if you guys don't know who Rite2bearcustoms is, definitely go down below. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, you're lazy sons of guns. I got 5 thumbs ups and 8 people watching. So 3 of them, you guys are slackers. That's all I gotta say. The quick draw one, which is the one that is the minimal one, less leather here, it's got the clip, is 125. Hey, the real Cobra burnout's there. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. Oh, the Scab Ugly channel as well. Got some people getting off work, it looks like. So, yeah, exactly. A lot of good questions out there. We got Scab Ugly channel says I carry an Uncle Mike's exclusively. Is the leather stiff? The leather is right in here. There's kydex. Let me switch to this screen. Yeah, there we go. Right in here where there's kydex is a little rigid. Just think of it from here. You know, you can see the line right there. And then this part has, it's comfortably rigid. It's soft, it's pliable, but it's not like weak, floppy shit leather. It's like good, beefy, almost like a saddle leather. That's what it reminds me of. So, and it's the first one coated, what did he say, coated in black? The first one dyed all black. So, pretty awesome. Any other questions? Fits in here pretty nice, I gotta say. If you want more information on it and you just came in, make sure to watch the video afterwards. Hey, Mindy, Patriot Angel, glad you showed up as well. Make sure you guys give a thumbs up. That way more people will get over to Mel's channel, Rite2bearcustoms. All right, so that's it. I don't want to make this too darn long. It's a review on a holster. So hit the thumbs up button if you haven't. Talk to you guys later, and see you on the next video. Lots of cool, exciting stuff coming up. I'm probably going to go live right after this with some other stuff. See ya. Take care. Make sure you check your smoke alarms and fire extinguishers. Bye for now.